Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm just sipping on my medication, my delicious coffee that I just brewed. So let me make a quick toast to the snakes and to you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. So this is the first year I started watching soccer, football. I've never watched it in my life, never had interest. I just pretty much watch NBA basketball, but since the 2000s and 90s, I haven't really been watching it much. I like the old school players a lot more. So this is the first time I'm ever watching soccer, and I'm really getting into it. Now, I'm rooting for France. I really like their team, and I really like Norway. So those are the two teams I'm rooting for. Nonetheless, today's gonna be an amazing video. Normally I record in the morning, but right now it's about 6 p.m. So the sun is still up. It'll be up for about another hour and a half. So I'll have time to show you. I had 2 clutches hatch out within the last week. They all shed out, so I'm gonna show them all to you one by one. We're gonna put them in the rack. And I actually had a clutch that started hatching last night. So I'm just feeling so nice. I'm gonna make another toast for you guys. I appreciate you guys. Now let's get to these beautiful, beautiful babies. So this is Eleanor, my extreme buckskin okatee, het Emil from South Mountain Reptiles, and she paired with Dusty Rhodes, this extreme ultramil okatee, and I'm gonna be showing you the babies from this clutch first. Absolutely stunning. I've been waiting for this clutch for a while. Can't wait to show you. So it's been 24 hours since this clutch started to pip out, and you can see a nose right there. This is Eleanor and Dusty Rhodes clutch, and right there you see an orange face. So probably a reverse okatee right there. Alright, so this is the first clutch that hatched out that I'm gonna show you in this past week. We had our first clutch hatch out from our JMG Coral line from Shore Nyland. And then we had this clutch hatch out with another clutch. So this is my second and third clutch, and I absolutely love this clutch. We have some really amazing babies in here. You could see a nice female ultramil okatee, extreme ultramil okatee right there. I already sexed that one. We have some nice EROs in here, and then a bunch of buckskin. So we're gonna take a close look at these babies. So this is the first baby that I'm gonna show you from Eleanor and Dusty Rhodes clutch. It's a nice extreme reverse okatee. It has nice reds in the head and right about where I'm showing you, and then towards the mid body to the tail it has a little bit of red, but it's kind of like almost like a high white, very little red. As an adult, this one should have a lot of nice whites in the tail with that golden orange color. Now this baby is about twice the size of the last baby I showed you from the same clutch. So it varies in the clutches, you know. Some babies are small. It's just like humans. You have some really tall, big people, and then you got some really short people. So not to say that the small babies won't eventually grow up to the same size as these, but this is just a much bigger baby, and this is a pretty nice size baby. You could definitely eat a nice regular, not even a day-old pinky. This could probably eat a regular size pinky at this size, but I'm gonna start him off with day-old pinkies just to get them going. And this is a buckskin Okatee. How extreme it will be, we won't know until probably like the third shed. But this baby really nice. I'm checking for bone kinks, any imperfections as I'm showing you the babies. This one's really nice. Has that nice checkerboard belly. And I'm sweating out here. It's nice and hot and humid. Plus, once I started drinking that coffee, it made me start sweating a lot more. I love it. Now this is another baby, another extreme buckskin Okatee. It looks like the buckskins came out really nice and chunky. This one's really bold, has prominent markings. In the middle, you see it's like a bow tie pattern in the middle. So this baby has that nice bow tie pattern that I call, it's just one saddle that looks like a bow tie, so I call it the bow tie pattern. Check out that nice belly. Another buckskin. So here we have another extreme reverse Okatee, and this tail is really clean. Almost, I think there's no red at all in this tail. Look how clean that tail is. That's just perfect with no reds. It's all the way to the end. So this is the last ERO in this clutch, and this one has the most red. This is the most uniform one. It has the classical red saddles with those nice thick whites outlining each saddle. This is a really nice one. This might be about the nicest one. Yeah, this one might be one of the nicest ones in the clutch for sure. And now you could see what I was talking about with the nice bands. Look at that nice red. Look at the nice whites, really thick whites around each saddle. This one is gonna be a killer adult. Probably might be the nicest extreme reverse Okatee that I produced so far. Last year we had a pretty nice one, but this one is just a little bit more extreme and bold. Really nice. I'm not gonna show you all the buckskin Okatees. You can see them. They're all pretty much the same. Once they start shedding, you'll be able to see who is more extreme. But you already seen a couple of them, so I'm not gonna go through each and every one of them. I'm gonna show you the other ERO, and I got a really nice Ultra Mill Okatee female in here. Let's go find them. So we actually had another ERO, I forgot. So there's more in the clutch. They're hiding under the moss. This one's really nice. Has a nice unique pattern and really nice whites around each red saddle. It's got a really unique little funky pattern. This is another ERO in there. So, you know, I didn't really go through this clutch too much. I was just going by what I seen piled up. And this is another ERO that was hiding on the bottom under the moss. This one's really nice as well. Really nice looking snake right here. So we got quite a few EROs this year from this pairing. All right guys, I saved the best for last, and I'm dripping sweat out here. I'm about to take another sip of my coffee. But take a look at this female. A beautiful extreme Ultra Mill Okatee. You know, last season we held back Sherbert, that beautiful female extreme reverse Okatee, from the same exact pairing. So I don't need any females, so I was hoping I would also get a male, but we only got one extreme ultra male Okatee in the whole clutch, which was a female. So definitely not holding this girl back. And I have a couple of people already interested that's on a waiting list for one of these, so she's probably already spoken for it. But first I gotta get her going. We gotta feed them and all that good stuff, get them ready before they go to their new homes. But this is probably one of my favorite corn snake morphs out there. And we did have a double clutch. So only 3 good eggs in the double clutch. So maybe I'll get another one, but my odds are very slim. And if not, there's always next year. Absolutely love these. And these just glow, especially in the nice bright sunlight. Right now, the sun's just starting to go down, but these absolutely look amazing. And they change a lot with age. This one will develop a lot of orange in the undertone, and the saddles will still remain the exact same way. So this is the clutch from Paprika and Ramses. Some of these are gonna be really nice. That one right there looks a little bit like Ramses, has that slightly aberrant pattern. All of them look really, really nice. But with all the babies I have, I'm not gonna go through these one by one. It's a big clutch. And my next clutch that I'm gonna be showing you that's hatching out right now is from Ramses and Burmese. And there's only, I think, 10 babies, actually less than 10 babies in that clutch. So I'll probably show you that clutch one by one, but I got a lot of work to do today. So we're gonna get these in the rack. So say hi to these little ones. You can see that sheen of blue that I'm talking about because they just shed out. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so we're back upstairs. Look at all these sheds. These were the sheds from the 2 clutches that I just showed you. Some of the sheds I disregarded, but the ones that were intact, I put them here just to show you guys. I don't keep the sheds. I know some people do, but that's those. And this is the clutch that just started pipping out yesterday from Burmese and Ramses. Burmese and Ramses, I would say my 2 nicest of my extreme Abitokatees. We also have Daytona, who is really, really nice. And we have a clutch from her with Ramses. And the clutch that I showed you earlier is also from Ramses, but with Paprika. So 1 male to 3 different girls. Now a couple of these babies already came out. We look on the bottom. Now look at this baby. That's an interesting looking belly. Look at how there's 1 checker, 2 checker, and then the rest is just white. And then this is just your classical checkerboard belly. All of them pretty much have the same belly. Actually, a lot of these babies, this one right here, you see a lot of white, but this one right here, there's a lot of babies that already hatched out. But when just looking at the eggs, it didn't look like that many hatched out. So we have quite a few babies under there. And I haven't seen not one of these babies. I just seen one peeking out yesterday. I never seen any of the babies come out, so I'm not even gonna look myself. Sometimes I take a peek off camera. So now just time to fill up these water bowls. I use spring water. I don't know if anyone uses tap water. I wouldn't advise to use tap water unless you live in an area where the tap water is safe for your drinking experience. Like maybe New York. I know the tap water is good in New York, but Florida definitely wouldn't trust it, so I only use the best. All right, so now we're gonna start off with separating Paprika and Ramses clutch. I didn't show them to you one by one. We took a look at them outside all bunched up. So if I see any that really stand out or look unique, I'll take time just to show them to you in detail. So I did mention if I see any that stand out, I'll let you see in detail. Now this is gonna be baby number 4. I just sexed it. It's a female, and this one spoke to me. It's really dark, darker than normal, and it has like a really bold, interesting pattern. I could tell this one's gonna be really, really extreme. And you see the way the sides are, it has a streamlined look. And it's just jet black saddles, darker than a lot of the other babies. It's gonna be a real standout, this female. Now, I'm probably not holding any from this clutch back. This one is definitely dark, really dark for Abbott's Okatee baby. And that's baby number 4. Look at that face, the way everything lines up. This one's gonna be a real striking, a real striking looking adult for sure. So now we're gonna start putting Eleanor and Dusty Rhodes clutch. We're gonna separate them, and we're gonna start with this girl, this beautiful Ultra Mill Okatee. So this is baby 3 from Eleanor and Dusty Rhodes, and this one stands out to me, so that's why I'm showing it to you. Not sure if we looked at this one outside. I didn't show all the buckskins, but this one really looks like it's gonna be a standout. Super bold. The saddles just look so uniform, blocky and nice, and I could tell by the way their coloration, this one's gonna be really extreme. This one is a female, and her head stamp looks really nice. Has some nice burgundies in it. This is female number 3, baby number 3. And that is baby number 4, a female. So I showed this girl outside, but it's hard to see in that lighting I was in. This is gonna be female number 8, and she is just stunning. So that's gonna be amazing. It's not the cleanest high white, and I didn't even expect to get any high white EROs from this clutch. That I'm waiting on Mr. Perfect and Incredible. Those should be some amazing babies. But this was a surprise. So this is a small female. This is gonna be female number 7, baby number 7 from Eleanor and Dusty Rhodes. So I'm definitely gonna get her going on food, try and get some nice size on her for sure. She has a nice appearance to her, especially if she starts gaining some size. She is gonna make an amazing looking adult. And this is actually gonna be baby number 8, not baby number 7. So this is gonna be female number 9, baby number 9. I think this is the nicest ERO in the clutch, even though there's some with high whites. This one is just so uniform and so extreme, all the way to the tail. And there you could see it. Look at the whites around each saddle, and look how uniform and blocky the saddles are. That's just perfect right there. Now this is gonna be baby number 10, male
ERO. This is one of the nicest ones in the clutch as well. Really beautiful. And look towards the tail. Look at that clean, blocky saddles and just pure high white, no red at all in that tail. Wow. And this snake is a standout right here. Another beautiful ERO. This is the year of the EROs for me. So this is baby 12, a male. Look at that saddle in the middle. That's pretty unique. Haven't seen that too often. But something I like about this one a lot is the saddle count. It's got a high saddle count. And they're really nice and uniform with the exception of that mark I showed you. Really high saddle count on this guy. Wow, that's really nice. And I like that little unique marking in the middle on him, but the saddles just keep going and going and going. And that is gonna be male, baby number 12. All right, so I have my first 3 clutches in the rack. The rack's about a third full right now. I still got a lot of space. This is a ERO. It had a funky pattern, baby number 4, and that's a female. And I put a little bow tie on there. That is the buckskin that had that little bow tie pattern in the middle of his body. All right, so everybody is in the rack. And I showed you we have Ramses and having a brain freeze. Ramses and wow, total brain freeze. Burmese and Ramses. Burmese, which I produced with Paprika and Riddler. And I say she's my nicest female. Daytona also beautiful, Paprika beautiful, but Burmese is just a standout. And with Ramses, who's also a standout, I think those babies are gonna be amazing. So within a couple of days, they'll all be out. And in my next video, I'll be showing you them and I'll be feeding some of the babies that I showed you today. And I'm just so grateful that you guys support the channel. You know, I'm by myself as far as recording and editing. I don't have a fancy cameraman like some of the other channels. I don't have a setup with a lighting booth box and all that beautiful stuff, but I have beautiful, amazing support from you guys. I have my coffee, my medication that makes me feel so nice, and I love what I'm doing. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me, taking a look at these beautiful snakes. I got a lot of nice videos coming as well. We'll be going to Orlando in 2 weeks for Repticon Orlando, one of my favorite shows. I think Lee Abbott might be there, so it'll be a pleasant surprise to see my good friend Lee Abbott. So without further ado, thank you guys again. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Enjoy your weekend and be safe.